5 minutes after 9 o'clock, it is time for Veterans News. Hank Whittier is not in the studio. Gary Pascale sitting in the captain's seat. Good morning, Gary.
Good morning, Larry. Good morning, listeners, and good morning, fellow veterans out there. It's good to be with you this morning on this beautiful day in this wonderful city of ours. But we have to start off with some casualties in the law enforcement area that we're going to go ahead and talk about first. And unfortunately, the first two I'm going to mention are really close to home. Matter of fact, literally right down the turnpike, so to speak, in Kissimmee. So I'm going to start off with police officer Matthew Scott Baxter of the Kissimmee Police Department in Kissimmee, Florida. His end of watch was August 18th of 2017. And one of his fellow officers, Sergeant Richard Sam Howard, also of the Kissimmee Police Department in Kissimmee, Florida, whose end of watch was August the 19th of 2017. And we want to mention Deputy Sheriff Robert Rumfelt of the Lake County Sheriff's Office in Lake County, California. His end of watch was Tuesday, August the 27th. And Deputy Sheriff Timothy Braden of the Drew County Sheriff's Office in Arkansas. His end of watch was Thursday, August 24th of 2017. And from the Houston Police Department in Houston, Texas, we want to mention Sergeant Steve Perez, whose end of watch was August the 27th of 2017. And before we do the Amazing Grace, I think today, we also, I didn't have see any active duty military, but, very recently we've had, two collisions with Navy ships. So, in general, as veterans, let's keep our brothers and sisters on active duty in prayer. And also with everything going on in Houston with the flooding, as we do Amazing Grace, and, if we say a silent prayer for all those people affected by this storm, for God to watch over them and provide everything they need. Larry?
Sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see.
Well, we want to thank the source, who in my book is the official voice of veterans in Marion County. Without them, we couldn't do it. So thank you folks here on WOCA, Larry and Joe, and all the staff that works here. And the fine folks at Bob Wine's Camellia Garden and Nursery, who have been bringing us veterans news ever since I can remember. And they're located on 2610 Southeast 38th Street in our own beautiful Ocala. And when it comes to your landscaping needs, Bob Wines has it. Everything from small plants to large trees, mulch, fertilizer, and much more. Bob Wines will deliver, they'll plant it, and they'll guarantee the trees that they plant. Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens Nursery has been keeping things blooming in Ocala since 1952, and that's a long time. And with September coming up and the weather getting a little bit cooler, it's time to get out there and get them beautiful flowers just bursting all over your yards. You can contact them at area code 352-629 5766, and when you go there in person and you show them that you're a veteran, by proof of some kind of VA card or veterans ID card, you'll get a 10% discount, and you can't beat a deal like that. So go on and get down to Bob Wines and get your beautiful plants and get that yard looking good. And also, we want to thank the great folks at Hires Baxley. Hires Baxley has had generations of family honor them with their trust and their confidence. And they believe it's because over the last 128 years, their team of caring professionals have established a reputation of serving families with excellence and compassion. Hires Baxley currently partners with the Boy Scouts of America, Troop Number 72, to properly dispose of decommissioned American flags. They're also a drop-off location for the program called Cell Phones for Soldiers and Helping Heroes to provide minutes that matter and helping heroes home. Hires Baxley is located at 910 East Silver Springs Boulevard in our own beautiful Ocala. Or if you have any questions, you can always call them at area code 352-629-7171. Information can also be found on their website by simply Googling hires-baxley.com. So, we do got a lot of announcements coming up, Larry. We got a few minutes before the commercial. There's a lot going on in the veterans community, especially at Vets Helping Vets. We have a big bowling tournament coming up that Brown & Brown Insurance is sponsoring at the bowling alley, and that's going to be on September 29th. We have the applications, and we have flyers on this at our office at the Veterans Resource Center, which is located at 2730 East Silver Springs Boulevard, so you can come in and get an application. You know, if you're interested in putting a team together, that's going to be on September 29th. And also, the Lions Club is going to do a big affair. Looks like a beautiful summer thing, kind of. I see a hot dog here on the flyer and a really good-looking ice cream cone. And that's going to be Sunday, September the 10th, from 2 to 6 p.m. And this is going to be at that beautiful town square at the Circle Square Commons. If you haven't been there, it's a beautiful place. It also happens to be Grandparents' Day. And, you know, in Marion County, we do have a lot of grandparents, I think. Food, fun, and entertainment. You get the ice cream cone for $2.25, or you can get a hot dog, drink, and chips for $4.99. Not a bad deal. Tickets, have been on sale for a while there, or you can get them at the Recreation Center Ballroom when you get to the Circle Square Commons. Now, benefits from the proceeds from these things are going to benefit Veterans Helping Veterans and the Children's Backpack Program. For more information on this, you can contact Lion Estelle Michelson at area code 352-861-7358, or Lion Charles Parrish at area code 352-425-6316. I just want to say, Larry, on that backpack for kids there, that's not school supplies, that's food. And you know, it's a nice thing that they do in the Marion County school system here. I've seen it firsthand. What they do is they fill these backpacks up with snacks and macaroni and cheese that you can just put in the microwave, and crackers and all kinds of nutritious food, the little canned fruit, the canned juices. Not the cans, actually, it's cartons, actually. When I say cans, I guess I'm dating myself. But they fill these backpacks up, and then once a week they take them home, and it looks just like books, you know. They drag it in so nobody knows.
Yeah,
because all kids carry a backpack, and then they bring them back on Monday, and you know they get to eat for the weekends because the school system takes really good care of our kids when it comes to eating. Any kids can eat breakfast and lunch in the school if they're low income folks, and that's a good thing. And a lot of times that's the only 2 meals those kids get. So when they take home the backpacks, that gives them those extra meals on the weekend. Really
good plan. All right, let's take a little break and we'll be right back. Remember, the phone lines are open. If you want to call the Veterans News program, Gary Pascale is here to answer whatever questions you may have. Maybe you're interested in joining Vets Helping Vets and you want to know, well, what is it? How can I help? It's a great time to call. We'll be right back after this.
The The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. Partly sunny today. A thunderstorm around this afternoon, especially inland. High of 91 to 94, and partly cloudy tonight, a low 75 to 80. Another late day thunderstorm tomorrow. Mostly sunny though, a high of 90 to 93. It does look like we'll have a couple more thunderstorms on Saturday. Highs 86 to 91. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Maggie Johnson.
What do I do now?
After 911, don't worry, call Fakuri. Fakuri Medical and Chiropractic, treating auto injuries for over 32 years. Same-day appointments, immediate medical attention, all under one roof. Don't worry, call Fakuri. Go to bestinjurycare.com. All auto insurances are accepted. Available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to take your call. Car accident? Don't worry, call Fakuri. bestinjurycare.com.
Hey, Matt, I know Sunrise Automotive does auto stuff, but I need some tires for my truck. Can you recommend someone?
Yes, I can. We do that.
No, I mean, I need them installed and balanced and all that.
Yep, we do that.
Well, my son needed his windows tinted.
Yep, we do that.
I need my seat replaced.
Yep, we do that too.
I need a new roof line, and a new spoiler, and a new trunk.
Yep, we can even do that too.
Okay, I get it. I suppose you can also do a radio show too.
Well, as a matter of fact, join me, Matt Gibbs from Sunrise Automotive, every Tuesday at 10 for auto repair with personal care right here on The Source.
You've got a garden and we've got a show for you called You've Got a Garden with your host, Master Gardener Carol Ann Baldwin. Carol Ann answers your questions about your flowers, your veggies, your grass, your trees, even questions about your bugs. And she's only on WOCA, so don't miss Carol Ann Baldwin and You've Got a Garden each Tuesday from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. right here on WOCA The Source.
Hi, I'm Seth with AA Lock, Dock, and Security. Have you ever thought about the locks or security on your house or business? Have you ever wondered why the keys to your new car cost so much? Well, at AA Lock, Dock, and Security, we can help with securing your valuables. We can even replace those expensive transponder keys. We can give you the knowledge that no one else will. Call AA Lock, Dock, and Security at 867-1965. That's 867-1965.
Gene Powell Pasture Mowing, 629-2440. In addition to our pasture mowing service, we also offer fence row spraying and stump grinding services. Now is the perfect time to get ahead on your weed control and to take care of those troublesome stumps for an overall pleasing appearance. Gene Powell Pasture Mowing, 629-2440, or online at powellgene@yahoo.com. We are licensed and insured. Gene Powell Pasture Mowing, 629-2440.
All right, 18 minutes after 9 o'clock. Let's rejoin Gary Pascale in Veterans News. Gary?
Yeah, Larry and I were just talking a little bit over the break there, and Larry gave me a really good article that says, push made for Florida Lottery to share proceeds with veterans groups. Now, would never want to take anything away from the school, and right now it says that the school gets like 28 cents on a dollar for every lottery ticket that's sold, and I think, what to say, $32 billion of the state's education system is funded by that. And some people are pushing now to get a lottery ticket for veterans, and that would be a great thing if we could just kind of have our own scratch off, and the veterans could get some proceeds from maybe separate lottery tickets. So if that's something that is touching your heart, and you're interested in it, let your state representative know, or write the governor, because the governor's always saying that Florida is a very veteran-friendly state,
Yeah.
And I agree with the governor. The governor's a veteran himself, so, while he's still in office before his term's up, let him know, and, this may be something they could work on. Because I'll tell you, Larry, over the past couple of weeks, that's what we do at Veterans Helping Veterans. We help veterans. And, over the past couple of weeks, we've had a really lot of need come in,
really?
Almost to the point, that we're overwhelmed. And, we do a lot of good, and it's great having that wonderful building that we were blessed with over there. And we have a lot of, Hank always talked about networking, with other agencies, for almost as long as I've known him. And now that dream's kind of come true over there, things are starting to come together. This week we had, folks from Volunteers of America, SSVF in there. We had, folks from his compassion, and people come in. And this time of year, if you've ever worked in the social service industry, usually around August, July, August, because the fiscal year runs from October to September, the reservoir seems to dry up, and we're in that situation now. But when we can pool all these groups together and pool our resources, we're able to help folks that normally we wouldn't have been able to help. So I know there's a lot of good causes going on down there, and there's a lot of people baying for kind of a few dollars, so to speak. But if you can support Vets Helping Vets, we really appreciate it. And not only with your dollars and cents, but we need people that'll come in and answer the phones. We need people that'll help us out when we have events. Plenty of opportunities for volunteers. Come on in and talk to us. And if there's something you think you can do, you have some kind of special talent, we could really appreciate the help. We do everything we can, to raise money. We don't get a whole lot of grants and stuff, so we're out there, begging other veterans a lot of times, and that's where most of the money comes from. And we do a really good job with what we got, and only about 15 cents out of every dollar that we get actually goes to administrative expenses. And so we really keep it down. And I don't think too many groups can say that. So I'm proud to be with Veterans Helping Veterans, and and able to help, try to be able to help people, as much as I can. And everybody there is of that same attitude. And we appreciate the support of this community. And don't forget us, because like I say now, and especially during these 2 months, we really need your help to continue helping veterans. And we're thankful for these other groups. Very soon, Career Source is going to come in there, and they're going to be in there several days a week. I think going to have a person in there probably, most of the time. If a veteran gets a job, the veteran usually gets on his feet. That's the way it goes.
Yeah, right.
And, like a lot of agencies, just kind of give things out, but we're not really about handouts. We're about hand-ups. And, veterans like it that way. They want to be independent. They want to stand on their own. And so many people, even people in really bad disabled conditions, that we give help to, the first thing they say to me, Larry, is as soon as I get on my feet, Gary, I'm going to come back here and do something, or I'm going to contribute this, or I'm going to contribute that. So, we see that kind of attitude among veterans, and, we really appreciate them, and, and we're glad to help them.
Gary, if you put your headset on, you'll be able to hear the caller that is calling in right now. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Good morning. You're on the air with Gary.
Yes, good morning, vets. God bless you all. Say, is there anything special going on Labor Day weekend over at Veterans Park?
Not that I know of. Jeffrey Askew, he's the one that runs the Veterans Park, and he's in the office right next to us. Matter of fact, half the building is dedicated to them. You can reach him at 671-8422. He keeps a calendar, so, not only Labor Day, but, all things. I know there's a lot of stuff coming up on Veterans Day, but he keeps a calendar of what goes on in the Veterans Park, and he does a very good job at maintaining the Veterans Park and the activities that go on there.
What were the last four numbers of that phone number?
That's 671, of course, area code 352, 671-8422.
8422. Okay, thank you very much, and have a great weekend.
You too.
And if I could just throw in there that if you have somebody in your family who you would like to honor with a brick, that helps pay for that park. If a brick is, I think, $40, and you can put the name and I think 3 lines of information.
Yeah, and and you can't beat that. What I'm going to do, and I was just talking to Jeffrey about it the other day. My dad served at World War I. I served in the Vietnam era, and I got a granddaughter, serving in the Navy now. I want to get 3 bricks kind of in a row, and put them in there for everybody. And it'd be kind of nice to look at that brick while you're still living.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a nice thought. Of course, my dad's passed away a long time ago, but just so the grandchildren could see that. But yeah, and that is are Veterans Park, so if you're a veteran, you got a stake in that park. So definitely we need to support it. Just so many great things go on there. And like I said, I can't tell you enough what a great job Jeffrey and his park staff does at that park. It's beautiful. You could walk through it. It's very peaceful. The bagpipes, play there, I think, almost every day. I just personally love it myself, and every chance I get to go there, I go there.
We had the gentleman who plays the bagpipe in the studio.
Oh, really?
Oh, man, yeah, he was great.
Yeah, and my thanks go to him if he's listening, because that really blesses a lot of people. I can't tell you, how many people come in there and tell me they just sit there and listen.
He's committed to that, and he's got a real heart for veterans.
And that's a beautiful song too that they play out there. That Amazing Grace. I just love it. It's awesome. I got one other thing I do want to tell you. As far as fundraising, if you're into rifles and weapons and stuff like that, we have we're selling tickets, and I've got them with me, or you can come over to the office and get them. They're only $10, but it's a beautiful Ruger 1022, and it's got custom engraving on the wooden stock. It's just beautiful. A lot of people tell me, it's a kind of rifle you would just hang on the wall, but it's perfectly functional and shootable. So if you want to take it to the range too, and then polish it up and put it back on the wall, that's fine too. But the tickets are only $10, and we're going to have the drawing at our Magical Christmas, which is going to be on December 1st. But you don't have to be present to win. So you can buy as many tickets as you want. They're only $10. I don't know how much the total amount of tickets they're going to sell are, but it's worth it. It's really for a good cause. I usually don't buy a whole lot of tickets and stuff like that, but I'm definitely buying one for this rifle, and to support the cause and to support veterans helping veterans, and that's a good thing. Do we have a few minutes left, Larry?
Yeah, about 2 minutes.
We got about 2 minutes left. I just want to kind of shift the focus real quick of something I really think we need to talk about, because veterans, are the kind of people that care about everybody. And, the folks in Houston right now really need our prayers and our support. If you've been watching the news, I did disaster with the Salvation Army probably for 19 years, and one of these days, hopefully to get back into it. I've had some health issues over the past years, but the Red Cross and the Salvation Army are out there doing a whole lot, law enforcement and all that. There's so many people displaced, but it's nice to see, we had all this chaos going on just a couple weeks before Harvey, and as terrible as Harvey is, we see people coming together, the National Guard, the Coast Guard, rescuing so many people. There's literally fleets of civilian boats out there. It's almost like a Dunkirk experience, I don't know if you got to see that movie or not, Larry.
No, I heard the story, but I didn't see the movie.
It's almost like a Dunkirk experience where private boat owners are going in there and rescuing people. So, we really need to keep the people of Houston in our prayers, and, we just, we pray that, and the people that lost their lives there, we want to keep the families of those in prayer, and, and that those people just kind of get everything they need. A lot of stuff's coming in, but people are displaced. There's going to be a lot of social work to have to be done there, to get everything back together. So, let's be mindful of that, and just literally, shower those folks with love. Some of them may come here, a lot of them did after Katrina. We don't know, but let's do whatever we can to help that. And if it's only, to keep them in our prayers, then that's all we can do. But if you can help with other ways, let's be able to do it.
If I could squeeze this in, if I give it to you, you'll have to read it. I'll just tell you what it is. Tomorrow from 1 till 4, there's a semi that is accepting all kinds of donations for those folks. Hygiene items, bottled water, food items that are non-perishable, etc. So if you can get down there to the town square between 1 and 4. Thank you, Gary. Thank you for doing this.
Well, it's great to be here. And for Hank Whittier, I just want to say, God bless America.
Fox News Radio. I'm Chris Foster. What was reported as explosion